T. And if you guys have not heard, there's this crazy story coming out of Houston, Texas. And basically, it's a 61-year-old lady named Irene Stokes. And she's a first grade school teacher. And she's been accused of inappropriately touching a little girl. So the little girl says that the teacher had touched her in her private area. And then once the little girl got uncomfortable and told her to stop, the teacher refused to give her lunch and made her stand out in the hallway. But supposedly there was no one there besides the little girl and the teacher. So the little girl ended up telling her mother, and the teacher was arrested last month. So now it's time for them to come up with her defense. And her defense, she is telling her defense team that there's no way that she could have molested this little girl because the little girl's black and she does not like touching black children. She doesn't even want to touch a black child's hand, let alone their vagina. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Mother's outrage. She is speaking to us after this woman was accused of molesting her 6-year-old daughter. But this first grade teacher says she wouldn't have touched the girl because the child is black and she is a racist. The mom says that excuse makes no sense. Melanie Basu was live in Humble with more. And Melanie, this is a crazy story on so many levels.
Yeah, you could say that again, Sherman. Mom, as a matter of fact, reached out to us. She wants everyone to know that she and her daughter are hurting. She said things just haven't been the same. Her daughter is constantly clinging on to her. 61-year-old Irene Stokes' job was to educate first graders at Northwest Preparatory Academy. Most recently, she was fired for allegedly fondling a 6-year-old girl.
It's nasty. You're 61, you're grown. You have no business touching on nobody's child.
That's the little girl's mom. We're not showing you who she is to protect her child's identity.
Law and Order was on, but it was like a subject about that. So I started telling my kids, if anybody ever touched you or anything like that, let me know.
A few minutes later, Mom said her daughter started crying uncontrollably.
That's when she told me that she touched her. And I said, touched her how? And she said she touched my private area.
The girl told Stokes to stop and was allegedly told to stand in the hallway and was refused lunch. These allegations were made when all of the other children in the class were in gym. But Stokes says she didn't do it because she tries to avoid touching children who are black.
Because that's basically a dominant black school. So why were you there anyway if you feel like you didn't like them?
The school superintendent says all of the 30 staff members from the school will now go through a rigorous training. Stokes is the 4th faculty member this year to be charged with a felony for alleged behavior on campus. 3 teachers are accused of disciplining a 7th grade girl who wanted to use the bathroom.
I'm hurt. I'm angry to the fullest. But I feel like you send your kids to school to learn.
Mom also tells us the alleged incident happened on March 22nd, and her daughter did not want to go to school after that. Her daughter, however, is going to school now because Mom told her she has to. As for the superintendent, he would not go on camera. He said it would hamper the investigation, and he would not go into details. For now, we are live in Humble. Melanie Bus.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip, and this story is just crazy from start to finish. Some people are saying that the little girl may be coached, that the little girl's mom, may be lying, but I don't see a 6-year-old lying about something like that. I find it kind of weird that she's talking about they end up talking about it over Law and Order, but, I don't think the little girl's lying, even though that's been, put out there online. But what I find it funny is that this lady is more upset about her being accused of touching a black child as opposed to her being accused of being a molester in general. So you believe that molesters should only molest children of their own race? Am I mistaken, Irene? I just think this woman sounds insane. And another thing, what is going on with this school? There were 3 teachers arrested for abusing a 7th grader. They said that police have been called to this same school 23 times since January. If the police have to be called to a school 23 times in less than a few months, there needs to be more of an investigation going on at this school. From what I'm hearing, it's a charter school, and they've been having a lot of issues at this school. And they need to also check and see if this crazy teacher possibly molested other students as well. Let's just say, hypothetically, even if she didn't molest this child, her shitty attitude about black students and black children is cause for concern. How are you going to be a teacher teaching at a predominantly black school, but you hate black children? If that's the case, don't work around black children. And if you hate black children so much, what's to say that hate wouldn't cause you to sit there and molest these kids or put your hands on these kids inappropriately just because they're black? Her whole racism claim for why she wouldn't have touched a child is just utter and complete bullshit. And for her to even put that out there like it makes sense or like it's okay speaks volumes about this teacher. I'm just glad she's not teaching anybody else's kid. I have a first grader myself, and I would be livid. So I think this woman has a lot of damn issues. One, she's racist as hell, and then two, she's also a possible child molester. Lock her ass up and throw away the key. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the entire situation, and what do you guys think about the teacher's defense, using racism as an excuse for why she would not have molested a child. All right, deuces.